We have ourselves another Monday Nitro Watch Party here for you this week on Kicking Out at 2, the home of Nostalgic Pro Wrestling Podcast as a part of the Retromania Pro Wrestling Podcast Network. I am one half of the hosting squad, Dave Rosenluth, joined here with my main man, Dennis J. Levy. What's up, buddy?
Hey, chilling. Good to be back. This is gonna be a fun episode. This era of Monday Nitro, I forgot how much last week we saw an episode, and I forgot how much I loved 97 WCW. So I'm excited. Let's go.
Celebrating the 25-year anniversary of 1997, a pivotal year. I'm sure that we'll be covering some Monday Night Raws as well, some Raws Wars. Is a part of the look back at 1997. This episode here is one of my favorites. It was the evening. It was June 30th, 1997. So on your Peacock, it will be Season 3, Episode 26. This episode emanated from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. It was made a big deal because at that time, MGM Grand used to host the Halloween Havoc pay-per-view events. And it was a big market for WCW at that time. It felt like a pay-per-view. This was the evening that we saw the debut of Curt Henning in WCW, and I believe this was also the debut of Raven as well. There was a big mystery as to who Diamond Dallas Page's mystery tag team partner was going to be at the upcoming Bash at the Beach pay-per-view, as he was set to take on Macho Man Randy Savage and Scott Hall, the NWO. The main event of this episode, I believe, is Luger, DDP, and the Giant against the Outsiders and Randy Savage, so that should be a lot of fun. Overall, this episode of Nitro, just jam-packed, wall-to-wall fun. I remember watching it as a young Dave Rosenbluth. So now old Dave Rosenbluth's going to relive it with all of you on the Peacock. Still the worst app in the history of America. So
yeah, but just as a disclaimer, too, that before our podcast, we were having trouble, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was very similar to.
I found this on the web.
Oh, here we go. Oh, look at this! I found this on the web. This is my Apple Watch that just went off. The WCW United States Championship Reddit post. Terry Funk defeated Ricky Steamboat and Flying Brian in a three-way dance.
Oh, it's been an awesome match.
For the NWA World from March 17th, 1990. Interesting. Okay. This is my watch doing all this stuff. Okay, as I'm talking here. All right, shut up, bitch. Back to what I was saying. What was I saying?
We're saying about the Peacock.
Oh, Peacock, yeah. This is very similar to when we did the WrestleMania 8 episode, and it took forever and a day to get everything queued up properly because Peacock is still a piece of shit. So, so I'll give you a countdown, all that good stuff. I'll cue the time as best as I can. I'll have the audio up on my end from time to time. Hopefully you keep yours down so you can hear the soft, soothing sounds of Dennis J. Levy and myself as we discuss WCW Monday Nitro from June 30th, 1997. This special Monday Nitro watch party, watch along if you will. You can find this show and all the other great shows of the Retromania Pro Wrestling Podcast Network by searching Retromania with a W on any podcasting platform available. Spreaker, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify. Our home is on Podbean. We got all kinds of great content out there for you. Marking out the days. Gaijin Wrestling Radio, Hulkamania is Dead, Origins of Attitude, Cool Truth with AC, this show, Kicking Out at 2, other great bonus content. Find it all there. Evergreen Podcast, at your leisure, at your listening pleasure. So pop those earbuds in and check us all out by searching Retromania with a W. So let's do the damn thing, if you will, Dennis. June 30th, 1997, Season 3, Episode 6. I'll give you guys a countdown, and when I say play, press play. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
Look at that, on time.
I was selfishly hoping for a meltdown, but I'm glad it didn't.
Why don't we play the audio here, the Nitro Open.
Championship Wrestling. Hi everyone, along with Mike to you, the 13-time former WCW heavyweight champion of the world, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Wow, one way to open up this program, Larry Zbyszko. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Well, not only Ric Flair walking down the aisle, Tony, but tonight finally we find out who the super secret impact player is that not even Scoop today could figure out.
And we expect the intensity this evening at Monday Nitro here in Las Vegas to be even higher than the triple-digit temperatures outside. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Wait a minute. Piper's music.
And that's not Piper.
What is this all about? That's two gorgeous ladies with a mannequin and a kilt on the mannequin.
Well, obviously Flair's at that psychological game. He's trying to annoy
Ric
Roddy
Flair.
Piper.
Ric Flair, I don't know what you're trying to pull here tonight on Nitro. Is that supposed to be a likeness of Roddy Piper?
What I'm trying to do, Mean Gene. Woo!
Maybe I can help with the two young ladies. No, just kidding. Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
You know, last night I got a call, 12 o'clock at night. Piper said, Nature Boy, I'm coming to Vegas. I'm fine. Let's make up. I said, all right. I got 2 live ones. You can have them all night long. And look what's left of the hot rod.
2 live
Hot Rod
ones.
apparently did not fare too well last evening, if indeed that was the case. Who are these two lovely young ladies?
They are the best that Las Vegas has to offer. Come here, girls.
Wait a minute. Michelle and Linda, yes, our cameras are this way. Let's turn it around if we could. What about this mannequin, though? You've got to say something about that.
This young lady has a question for you, Mean Gene.
And what might that be, my dear?
Gene, I just have to know, why do they call him Hot Rod?
Well, I can't get involved in that. That's a
He's definitely not hot.
Rod. How do you get involved in this? We're trying to talk business.
That was pretty awful.
What
Yeah.
we're trying to tell the rest of the world is that when the Nature Boy is on the scene, that Roddy.
Apparently, Ric Flair has told these ladies about his reputation that supreme him.
Piper, last week you walked across the line. You tried to tell the Nature Boy how to wrestle a wrestling match. My friend, you might be the icon in Hollywood, but when it comes to the sport of wrestling, when it comes, to entertaining the ladies,
The sport of man.
when it comes to taking Mean Gene out all night long, Piper, you stay home with the wife and the kids, because you can't hang. Ask them. No way, baby.
I've got a question for you. Michelle, is he truly the 60-minute man?
More like 30 seconds.
Oh, you're talking about Piper. You couldn't be talking about Flair. There it is, the kilt.
Here, it's all that's left of one of the truly great wrestling legends. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Icons apparently are made of. So, Roddy, Hot Rod, let me lay you down to rest.
I assure you there is nothing under there. And there's more, apparently.
Poor Mean Gene.
Let's have
He knows this is a dud.
Yeah.
of silence for the man formerly known as Hot Rod.
Well, in all due respect, Ric Flair, I don't think this crowd is going to go along with you.
Mean Gene, the girls in lieu of Roddy Piper falling down the job
Hey, my
are
mother
bringing
was
you Nitro WCW Come on, girls. We're going to be here. Woo! Live all night long.
Bye, Eugene.
It's like, get me out of here, man.
Oh, that was not good.
That was a bit of a dud. For those of you watching, keeping score, Flair and Piper currently embroiled in a rivalry. They were teammates against the NWO at one point, and that went south due to some issues in a match at the last pay-per-view, the Great American Bash. I believe Piper and Flair wrestled the Outsiders. Syxx got involved. Flair chased Syxx up the aisle into the locker room. Piper was left to fend for himself, and it just kind of went downhill from there. So that was that promo right there is kind of part of the build as we get towards Bash at the Beach 1997, as we see Tony Schiavone here with Larry Zbyszko and Mike Tenay to open up this episode of Monday Nitro.
So I got a question for you.
Okay, I might have an answer.
So I was watching the beginning and stuff like that. No Nitro Girls. When did the Nitro Girls start?
You know what? I don't remember, but I don't think it was. I
could have sworn it was this era, like 97.
I think 90. I think towards the end of 97. They
Oh,
might
okay.
have. I know that for a while. What's her name?
Kimberly, of course.
Kimberly.
Yeah.
You know, she would accompany Diamond Dallas Page. I don't know exactly what period of time. Actually, you know what? It wouldn't be long after this. Now that I remember, because when Nitro moved to 3 hours in August of this year, it was August 3rd, 1997. They moved to 3 hours, and that show was a pretty big episode. It was headlined by Hogan and Luger for the World Heavyweight Championship, and they went unopposed. They went head to head against Monday Night Raw that evening, and that was the night after SummerSlam. But because they had 3 hours, they needed a little time to kill, and I believe that was when they introduced the Nitro Girls.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't know the exact
that
date.
would make sense.
There's people out there that could correct me,
Yeah.
but that was it was not long after this that we saw the.
I just thought by June of 97, the Nitro Girls were a part of the show, but I was just shocked that it didn't happen yet.
Yeah. Here we see Chris Jericho, Cruiserweight Champion, defending the title against Juventud Guerrera.
I can't tell. Is he supposed to be a heel or face right now?
Jericho, I think he's still a babyface.
Okay.
I think this is still babyface Jericho against Juvi here, if I recall. I don't think Jericho started turning until towards the end of this year.
Okay. And was it Jericho Juvi that when Juvi lost his mask?
Yep.
That was a great match.
Yeah, that was at Super Brawl of '98. So the following year. This was babyface Jericho, if I remember correctly. He wrestled Ultimo Dragon at the Bash at the Beach pay-per-view.
Okay.
To defend the Cruiserweight title, which was a pretty damn good
I was
match.
about to say that must have been.
It was a pretty damn good match. I have tentatively on the schedule the possibility of us or someone accompanying me to watch Bash at the Beach 97 on the schedule. That's the Hogan Rodman Luger Giant main event. Yeah. Flair and Piper also wrestle on that card. DDP and a mystery partner against Savage and Scott Hall. Jericho and Ultimo are on that card, as well as what else is on that card? Benoit and Kevin Sullivan in a career match.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah, I just remember them fighting in the men's room.
That was. They did a few of those matches. Those are some pretty wild matches, and I'm sure that Benoit or Sullivan or both will be on this on this episode of Nitro here. So we were in the car on the way here, and you were talking about how you have a hard time getting into AEW. Jericho, as we're seeing here.
Oh, he's awful now.
So you're not a fan of?
No.
Was there anything about his AEW? Oh, there we see.
Yeah, in the beginning, I really liked him. I really did.
Inner
I really liked
Circle
him.
and stuff.
I did. Not really is like, yeah, I guess, but like, I thought at first I really either wanted an Omega or Adam Page to be the first inaugural AEW champion.
Yeah.
But when he put it on Jericho, it made sense. It was established by the American,
wrestling audience.
Wrestling audience, and like, so it made a lot of sense. And I thought he was doing a really good work. Then he lost to Moxley, and then it just went down the hill fast, in my opinion.
I there's some stuff about him in AEW that I like. I didn't care for the Orange Cassidy stuff. I didn't really care for... I mean, I liked Inner Circle. There were parts of it that were good. The MJF stuff wasn't bad. But I think we get too much of Jericho now.
But take MJF. That's actually, I can pinpoint where I stopped liking Jericho. Was MJF. Because not what they were doing wasn't entertaining or anything like that. But it's like, he went from... So after MJF... then it was like, his little clique or whatever, like really, like. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, like, he went he gravitated to the new shiny toy. Like it wasn't MJF, and then it was that Eddie Kingston, and it wasn't Eddie Kingston, it was someone else, know. Then once he dropped the title, that he was a leecher, you know what I mean? That's what I didn't like about him.
So you don't see it as Jericho trying to help make a guy?
No. Maybe because the guy, he's trying to steal their shine. I really believe that. I really believe that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I see it as him trying to make guys. I mean, Eddie Kingston...
On paper, in the back rooms, that's what he's saying. But in reality, the way I'm seeing it...
Across,
yeah.
I mean, he lost clean to Eddie Kingston on pay-per-view. Wasn't any kind of shenanigans.
No.
So... And that rivalry is
but that
continuing.
Seriously, did I do anything for Eddie Kingston? I don't think he did.
I mean, Eddie Kingston...
I put Jericho on a card. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but, like... Let's look at Eddie Kingston for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay? Eddie Kingston, known to a hardcore wrestling fan, a niche audience... he's popular amongst that crowd.
Yeah.
Mainstream-wise, nobody knows who the fuck he is.
Of course not.
Except he's some deathmatch wrestler.
Yeah.
Okay? And he's become very popular in AEW.
Oh,
Jesus.
God. We love you, Juice, but that was a bad watch.
See,
he's mad at himself.
He's mad at himself now. Working with someone like Jericho, I think that does help elevate him to a mainstream wrestling audience. The people that don't... like, for instance, like... I watched a recent episode of Dynamite, and there was something going on with Kingston. And most of those AEW fans are, 18 to 49 males. But you see a fair amount of kids in the audience. Parents bring their kids and stuff. You see kids with, like, Eddie Kingston t-shirts or signs, or they're chanting Eddie Kingston. I don't think that would have been possible if he didn't have the rivalry that he had with Jericho.
Yeah.
I can see why people think, like, oh, yeah, he gravitates to the shiny new toy, MJF, Eddie Kingston. But look what he's also done with the association with someone like Sammy Guevara. Or even this group that he has now, the Jericho Appreciation Society. Or what he did with Inner Circle, with Santana and Ortiz. Like, he helped I wouldn't say make them household names, but he helped elevate them with the association with him.
I guess that's fair.
That's just my opinion. But, I mean... I do get why. Damn, this match has been kind of clunky.
Very clunky. That was kind of cool though. He went from a botch to like kicky thing. But anyway,
nice powerbomb by Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh, another one again. Boom.
Yeah. 2 in a row.
One
of it's things that he doesn't get credit for. Jericho is strong like a pole man.
Yep. Oh yeah. But yeah, back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
When it comes to Jericho, I think his intention is to help elevate AEW with his name status, and also help elevate certain guys. Like, I remember when he was the champ on one of the earlier episodes of Dynamite, he had a hell of a match with Jungle Boy. Those two went at it, and Jungle Boy, that was when I became a Jungle Boy fan.
Yeah.
Like, oh, nice top rope Hurricane Rana by Jericho here. Is he going to pin him? No, he's
not. Walls Jericho.
Walls
Great
Jericho.
finish. Yeah, it's time to end it.
That's
He knows
it.
it.
Yeah, please, let's just end it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jericho's probably like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
man?
that was... For what they could have put on... Because it's sad. If I'm Jericho, this was like Lacarta or whatever, I'm like, okay, botches, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Who, La Parka?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. But you know what I meant. But I'm just saying, or any other wrestler, right?
Yep.
But he knows him and the Juice could put on a show.
Yeah.
And that's why I think he's so disappointed. And just like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think Jericho's intentions are good. and what he's done. Like, I became a Jungle Boy fan after that match.
Yeah, I became a Jungle fan when I realized he was dating Anna Jay, and I'm like, and that's when I'm like, Jungle Boy, you're my boy.
Yeah, she's
a fox. I think she might be, current Mount Rushmore of hot. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look what we got here. We got Jericho and we got Gene Mean on the mic. Let's take a listen here.
You are the new Cruiserweight champion in defeating 6. Big victory and a big opportunity for you as you continue on your way here in WCW.
Mean Gene, this is not an NWO belt. This is a WCW belt, and it's back where it belongs, in WCW.
You know, it could be that Jericho has got the NWO walls crumbling down. And what is this? Wait a minute, this guy's not supposed. Here comes 6. He has no business being in this arena. If he want to go through the official channels, talking to men like Dillon and other matchmakers, that's fine. This is totally uncalled for. Gentlemen, save it for a later date, please. I had no idea this was happening, Chris.
Gene, he is just angry.
6. This is the interview time of the new.
Why is this shirt tucked in?
Cruiserweight
He looks like a
champion.
fucking idiot.
Feels pretty good to beat the NWO. My friend, you beat nothing on Saturday until you went back to your hotel room that night, pal.
You can't say that on television.
What did I say?
It's not even worth repeating.
As far as the NWO is concerned, 6 is still the world cruiserweight champion.
That may be what the NWO thinks. That is not fact.
And since you got such an evil look in your eyes, I guess I'll look eye to eye with you, Jericho. I'm still the champ. You came out, interrupted me. So, I'm coming at you right now to tell you this. I'll give you another shot at the belt. I know you think you're the champ, but I'm the champ. I'll give you the shot right now.
Hey! Oh, my!
Oh, hey now.
Oh, my! He asked for it! You're not kidding, he asked for it! Jericho's on in advance! We've got to take a break! We'll be back on Nitro!
So what happened at the pay-per-view? You know, were there shenanigans or something?
I guess they wrestled each other on the episode of WCW Saturday Night when Jericho won the title.
Okay.
So it wasn't even a pay-per-view match.
Oh.
Yeah. It's weird because during this
I
time...
used to love Saturday Night, by the way.
Those were fun.
They
yeah.
were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You didn't take it serious. I was going to the matches I thought were half decent.
Yeah.
But like there was no storyline.
If I couldn't watch Nitro because, I had a bedtime, my parents didn't want me to watch Nitro, then I was able to watch Saturday Night. Those were like the only... Saturday wrestling was the majority of my viewing. But this was the end of June. School was out by then, so I was able to watch Nitro. This is interesting here. They got a pull-apart brawl while Mean Gene's interviewing Alex Wright. Let's take a listen here.
I think he just told him in German to shut up.
Huh?
And the referee made decisions against me. And you know why? You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm from Germany. I'm from Germany. I'm a fantastic wrestler.
I agree with that.
Yes.
And I've got a great body. Lex Luger has nothing on me.
Oh, wow.
Please, let's take it this way too far. Alex Wright, more at a later date. This is Nitro. We're live in Las Vegas. Tony, back to you.
Wow, I mean, look behind Gene, Timbers flaring, Alex Wright.
That was really cool. That was like shit over shit. I loved
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It felt like... It didn't feel very... It felt organic.
Yeah,
Didn't
that's what I
feel
mean.
like
Yeah.
rehearsed. It's like Malenko's coming out here.
Fucking wow! This is a good start to the show.
Yeah. Getting all the heavy hitters out
Yeah.
there. 6 and Jericho. We have Flair cutting a promo.
I'm open for who's that guy?
Oh, wait a minute. Jesus.
Oh, it's Eddie. Oh,
Look
nice.
at this. We're just off to a roaring start here. Eddie Guerrero now jumping Dean Malenko. This was the the heel Eddie that a lot of people really we're used to seeing in Mexico that came over to WCW, and then eventually it transformed. Like this was the early parts of it. Look at the level of talent that we had seen so far on Nitro. You know, Hall of Famers left and right. Ric Flair, Jericho will be a Hall of Famer someday.
You think Malenko is going to be a Hall of Famer?
Yeah,
I hope so.
I think they will.
I hope so.
Guerrero, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, of course.
You know, Six.
I got a douchebag question for you.
Okay, I might have a douchebag answer.
That Eddie Guerrero doesn't pass away tragically.
Yeah.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? You don't think he was? You don't think?
It's talent-wise, absolutely.
I think it was too soon to put him in.
But like when you put things on paper, like he was a one-time champion, I get it, world champion, and then like I know he was IC champ and all that other stuff, but like I don't know. Like my douchebag rebuttal is that he's one of the most best wrestlers I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
So by that alone, yes, he should be
in
a perfect world.
Yep.
But like when you take like real life Hall of Fame, right? Those people have like the creme numbers, the best numbers that ever were. You know what I mean? Like was Eddie Guerrero that? I don't know. I don't think so.
I think he was. I just think that the induction was too soon. Like
maybe that's what it is for me.
It was still pretty fresh because he had passed away a few months prior. It wasn't like, but I understand why they did it. You know, I get why they did it. They capitalized on his popularity. I mean, because it was so sudden. But let's look at his statistics here. Let's look at what he's done. You know, Mexico, famous. As a member of the Guerrero family, his father Gory Guerrero is his brother Chavo Sr., Mondo and Hector. They were a big draw in Mexico. Mm-hmm. When he was a tag team with Art Barr.
Who's Art Barr? I'm not familiar.
Art Barr. You remember the wrestler in WCW? It's like early 90s. The Juicer. He kind of had like a Beetlejuice type of look.
I know. I remember the name, but I can't remember. I'll look him up after the show.
And Art Barr and him were a tag team. They were known as the Love Machines.
Okay. And what federation was this?
This is in AAA in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Classic tag team. They were one of the first tag teams in Mexico to be a draw instead of a singles wrestler. They were a top draw. Guerrero comes to America. He wrestles in ECW. Has a great run against Malenko. Mm-hmm. They have some classic matches in 95 in ECW. Eventually, he would come over to WCW. Cruiserweight champion multiple times. United States champion. Great matches with Rey Mysterio, Malenko, Jericho, Benoit, the Cruiserweights, Kidman, and Hoovy, and Psychosis, and all those guys. Leaves WCW to go to the WWE. Member of the Radicals, starts out pretty slow, but eventually does the Latino heat stuff with China.
That was entertaining. I liked it.
That catches on. He becomes European champion. Eventually, he would become Intercontinental champion.
What did he get fired in? What did he do?
He had a drug issue.
Okay.
Yeah, so in 2001, he had a drug issue, and they wanted to send him to rehab. He wasn't having it. And so they let him go. Speaking of Guerrero, here's his nephew, Chavo.
Always a huge fan of Chavo.
And nice. This has been a good match.
Really good match.
I like how it started out hot with the sneak attack from behind. And then he came back in 2002. Was a big part of the brand extension. They built a lot around him, becoming the champion. To me, I didn't like it at first, but the great rivalry with JBL, I thought that was really good.
Yeah, that rivalry was fucking awesome.
And I think that helped make JBL, and that also helped legitimize Guerrero's run as the champion.
Yeah.
The stuff he did with Kurt Angle. Then his heel stuff with Rey Mysterio in WWE.
Wow. I wish he went 5 more minutes. I wanted 5 more minutes.
That was good. That was a good match.
Good match.
I think with everything I just mentioned, yes, he had a run with the champion. That great match against Brock. The stuff he did with JBL, the stuff he did with Ray, even though they did that stupid custody angle with Dominic.
Yeah.
To me, I thought that was great stuff.
I'm glad we had this conversation because now I'm on.
You got a refresher, right?
Yeah, that was good.
I think overall, I think honestly, had he not passed, I think he was going to. I think he was going to get another run with the belt. It looked like they were going in the direction that him and Batista were going to have a rivalry. He was going to steal the belt from Batista.
That would have been fun.
And the rumor was
Yeah.
had he not passed, they were looking to do Eddie Guerrero, Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. That
Really?
year. Yes. That's the rumor. In 2006.
You think any chance Eddie would have gone over that day?
I think there is a good chance
Really?
he would have beaten Shawn. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I think there is a good chance they would have beaten Shawn. Shawn was bulletproof by then. Here, another crew. Look at this, Rey Mysterio. We're just loaded on talent here. Let's hear what Gene and Mysterio have to say. We are at currently 26 minutes 46 seconds for those of you keeping track.
Mysterio, welcome to the city that never sleeps.
That's right, me Gene. There's only one thing I gotta say. I'm tired of being pushed around by Kevin Nash and the rest of the Wolf Pack. I mean, first, I was thrown into a trailer.
One of the greatest moments of all time.
Yes.
And then a couple weeks ago on this same show, Nitro, I come out trying to have a match with Six. I get jackknifed from behind.
Horrible. I don't know how you walked away from that one.
We all know there's a difference in size. 7 foot, over 300 pounds. 5'4", 150 pounds.
Damn.
There's only one thing I gotta know.
What are you suggesting, Ray?
I gotta know if I could beat Kevin Nash, and I want to challenge him tonight.
Wait a minute. That would be absolutely a mismatch as far as I'm concerned.
No shit,
You know,
Gene.
Ray's small in stature, but you've got to have the biggest heart in this sport. Wait a minute. Kevin Nash having the ball, the guts, the nerve.
I got a bigger heart than him, and it doesn't matter how many times you go down.
Nash, you know this isn't fair. Come on.
You got a bigger heart than me, little man. How about tonight? I do a little autopsy. We see what you got, huh?
Great line!
That is a
Great line!
He's apparently willing. If you are, I think it would be a bad decision on your behalf.
I'm not afraid. It ain't about size. It's about courage, and it's about man. And I am a man, and I can take you. I can take you.
Oh, my. Apparently, we have got a match.
It's about courage. I think you've been having too many little bedtime stories read to you about the little train that could. I think I can. I think I can.
Levy from Kevin Nash, but apparently, yes.
Si acepto, little man.
Yes, I accept.
That
He said it in
means-
Spanish.
Come on.
That means a yes. I get it tonight.
Ray, thank you very much. Tony and Larry, Mike, get back to you. It was nice knowing Ray.
Kevin Nash, the babyface, did some of the worst promos I've ever heard in my life. Kevin Nash, the heel, the exact opposite. Yeah, that was just amazing.
Oh, he was cool as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool as shit. I mean, they tried to make Kevin Nash into, like a Hulk Hogan. Oh, look at this one we got here. We got Bischoff on a motorcycle.
Yeah, small dick syndrome, obviously.
Well, I mean, it's not that big of a motorcycle.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
I get it, yeah. So we've got some audio. Maybe we'll play the audio for his promo here.
Unannounced, unexpected, an NWO bike.
And what in the world is he up to? I still don't think that was a good decision on the part of Rey Mysterio Jr. We know he has a never-say-die attitude. We talked about the size of this young man's heart, but Kevin Nash,
That is still to come.
What we got? Who's coming out?
Size does make a difference when you're that
Oh, there he is.
Look, sir.
much bigger.
He's looking fucking good right now.
Yeah.
To the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, the one and only Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
He looks younger now than he did in '87.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm just saying, he looks fucking really good right now.
Who will team with Hollywood Hulk Hogan at Bash at the Beach on July 13th.
Cut the audio off here just for now, just because
Yeah, we know Hogan's theme.
we know the deal.
Yeah.
We know the deal. This is I mean, what are we at now? We're at 31 minutes and 5 seconds
Yep.
and counting, and we're right into the thick of it. Look at the amount of star power we've seen on this Nitro.
Yeah.
Like, did I pick a good one, or did I pick a good one?
This is a good one.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a good one.
Think about it. Think about how many Hall of Famers are on
Nash,
this
Rey
fucking
Mysterio,
card.
Hogan, Bischoff, Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, not Alex Wright. Great wrestler, not a Hall of
Yeah.
Famer. Ric Flair. List goes on and on.
I'm surprised Alex Wright when never made it to the WWE. I thought he'd been a good fit over there.
Yeah, I know that I heard that he was like a guest coach at the Performance Center a few times. He's done some stints there. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say he did take part in when they opened up the Performance Center in London in the UK. I think he helped train over there as well, not on a regular basis, but let's see what Hollywood Hogan has to say now.
The NWO. You love the NWO for life.
Brah.
Oh, yeah. And I've been around a long time, dudes. I've kicked giants out of buildings, body slammed them, shook the world. And one of the most fun things I did lately was when me and that dirty dog, Rod the Bod, Dennis Rodman, beat up that stinky, wart-infested giant and left Flexi Lexi laying in a pool of his own sweat. That was one of the greatest days of my life. So as a surprise, me and Rod the Bod got a special party going on tonight.
Yeah, brother.
And I'm gonna let my main man, the Madness, Paul and Nash, have a lot of fun with 3 idiots, brother. Luger, the Giant, and that wacko DDPP.
See, they don't like DDP either, man. You can tell. They hate his guts.
Well, the way things go, man, we got the momentum. Hollywood's got the guns, brother. Rodman's gonna be jumping all over the building in Daytona and plucking those cowards down when they're trying to climb out of the ring. So bash at the beach with me and that dirty dog, Dennis Rodman. We're gonna wipe up the Giant Luger, but tonight, brother, we're gonna party. The Brotherhood is here. We're going in the back a little later. We're gonna raise some cane, and tonight, I'm gonna let the NWO have a lot of fun out here.
It is going to be a good night. I don't want you to work up a sweat here because you got a lot of party to do. But think about it. Kevin Nash is going to come out here and make a doorstop out of that midget. What was his name again?
That magician.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, that magician. But the thing is, when you mess with the NWO, man, we're like a pack of wolves. And in life, you've got to make a choice. Do you want to be safe on the verge of greatness, or do you want to walk on that fine line on the other side with disaster? And tonight, brother, Mysterio is going down in a blaze of flames. Not a blaze of glory, a blaze of flames. Because the big man, the real giant, Kevin Nash is going to wipe him out. And after that, brother, we're partying all night long with the Brotherhood over there. All the NWO brothers. And they are going to have a blast in the ring tonight with Luger, the Giant, and DDPP. I can't wait.
All right, hit the music. It's showtime. Give them a look at those pythons, man. Hollywood Hulk Hogan discussing a big party. Later on tonight, about kicking out the gun. Lex Luger and Diamond Dallas Page. Later on here tonight, live on WCW Monday Nitro.
And I think it's a Smoke Street, Tony. You heard Hogan say they're on a roll, but they're not on a roll. They lost the Cruiserweight World title Saturday. They're on a downhill roll. I don't believe a word he says. I think inside he's worried.
Look at all that there. NWO shirts, young kids.
Just when you think you got 'em.
Hot as ever. Hot as ever.
So what did you think he meant by raise the cane? Was that a cocaine reference?
You know what? That was the first thing that came to my mind. Let's Google the term "raising the cane."
I'm going
to Google it right now. Raising the cane.
I mean, they made a masturbation joke in The sixth
Well,
segment.
I just got Raising Cane's quality chicken finger meals.
All right. I hear that's a fucking phenomenal chicken tenders. Who the heck is Hector Garza?
Hector Garza. You know Hector Garza?
No.
AAA Mexico?
Oh, wait. I'm a dick. Yeah, I do know Hector Garza. I'm sorry. Oof. It's looking like he wants to break his neck.
To create a great commotion, to cause much trouble.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what he means.
All right. I don't think that was a very popular term, whatever.
And look what we got here. Mr. Lord Steven... Well, he's not Lord anymore. He's just Steven Regal. The WCW World Television Champion making his way out here.
Always loved Steven Regal.
Regal, very underrated. A lot of people say should have been world champion at one point. What do you think?
That's a tough sell for me.
Yeah?
I mean, he's great, but like, when would you ever make him champion? Like what federation and like when? I can't think of one time would have been a good time.
I don't think WCW would have been that place.
So WWE? Like when then? Like who would have been like John Cena? like.
Well, I remember they had him win the King of the Ring one year.
That was cool. Yeah, beat CM Punk. I was stunned.
And it appeared that they were kind of on that path to him maybe challenging for the title at one point. But I could have seen him challenge for the title in that role as the King. But to be the champion itself...
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Let's put it this way. I didn't think Bradshaw that would turn himself and transform into JBL and
That's a good point.
become a main event player.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was a joke in the beginning. And and then it took that angle with Eddie Guerrero for me to really buy into it.
It pretty much took me seriously till he beat the Big Show in that match where he got chokeslammed and went out of the ring, under the ring.
Oh,
I'm
the
like,
cage?
what a cool finish that was.
Yeah.
That's when I finally officially came on the JBL bandwagon. It took me that long. Yeah, but I see what you mean though.
So I mean, during that era of WWE when you had the brand split.
Yeah.
I think Regal could have been. I don't think at that time Raw was the big show. So Raw had like the top names like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Kurt Angle, names like that. I don't think Regal would have survived as champion on that show, but maybe on a SmackDown where you had smaller names.
Yeah.
Names that SmackDown was always considered the B show, unfortunately, but I could have seen Regal have a small run with the world title against like someone like maybe an Eddie Guerrero or a Batista. But a long, sustainable run as the champion where everyone's chasing him for the belt?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think he would have been a transitional champion at best.
So I'm going through the really Regal Rolodex. I can think of only one time it could have been potentially perfect for him to be champion. Was Triple H champion when he hit him with like the like when he made him all bloody from hitting him with the sledgehammer and like the nunchuck and like the brass knuckles and stuff? Was he the champion when he did that to him?
Who, Triple H?
Yeah. That'd be the only time that I could think.
He was in Evolution, I remember.
Yeah.
And I think that was when they had Regal like paired up with Eugene.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if Hunter was the champion or not during that point. I don't think he was. I think that was when Benoit was still the champion.
Because I think you're right about that. But hypothetically speaking, if Triple H was the champion during that segment...
Jesus.
That was a total... This has been a botcharama.
Yeah,
these high flyers, they need to chill it.
This is not good.
Even during the freaking highlight package for this Garza guy, he was missing those corkscrews every single time.
He landed one with like 50 guys on the outside.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this one here, that was pretty...
He needs to chill.
That's pretty rough.
Man.
That was pretty rough. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he is the... Hector Garza, who's no longer with us anymore, he passed away a number of years ago. He is the father of WWE's Angel Garza.
Really?
Yeah. Who I liked in NXT, and then when they brought him up to the main roster, that was
tough. I think he actually has a good gimmick. It's just they don't know what to do with it.
Well, I thought he was great in NXT. I thought they really did a good job of establishing him, with the cruiserweights and stuff. We see the Regal stretch
Such a
here.
great finish.
Yeah, I like this finish. The STF, but it's called the Regal stretch. Tapping out. I think this was right around the time when they just started admonishing acknowledging, the tap outs as a form of submission. Because a lot of times, like, the referee would get down in the guy's face, and then, you only knew that he fucking quit or said he was done when the referee stood up and called for the bell.
I want to say I could pinpoint the moment where that changed. Was Ken Shamrock versus Vader.
Yeah.
The Vader tapped out, and everyone was like, let's do it.
That took place before this Nitro we're watching here, so you might be right.
I think I'm almost stern about that.
They were trying to...
But I thought the same thing, and I'm like, wait, he didn't say I quit. Then they called the match, and I'm like, okay. And I just remember after that, everyone started tapping.
Because you know how they have the... here we got the Steiner brothers. Let's hear what they got. This should be a good interview, especially with Scott's promo skills. Let's check this out.
You promised the folks you would be here, and I know what for. Hall and Nash.
That's right, Mean Gene. 5 months ago, Eric Bischoff stripped me and my brother of the World Tag Team titles, and we had to wrestle every tag team there is to be the #1 contenders once again. Well, we've done that, and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the way we see it, you owe us a title shot.
And I should point out for the record, Rick, that Eric Bischoff has no stroke any longer, so he's not going to be able to pull any of his shenanigans.
Well, Gene, we ain't leaving until they come out here and accept that challenge.
Oh, boy.
Rick and Scott Steiner, they're not going to leave Las Vegas here tonight until Hall and Nash come on out and accept the challenge. Oh, my. Here they come. I'm surprised they got the guts to walk out.
See, they fucked up. This is where you have Rey Mysterio come out with chair shots, man. Anyway.
Look, they got the whole team there.
Here, I thought you asked for Hall and Nash. Now all of a sudden we've got the entire NWO. Gentlemen, this is supposed to be a tag team match. The challenge has been issued, and I'm curious if the outsiders are going to accept.
What is that you got there?
I heard these two crybabies in the back. Everybody wants a piece of the NWO. Well, Gene, I just happen to have a contract right here. All right, that's good news. Can they sign? If you two had your gear on, we take you in that ring right now and give you a wrestling lesson.
Can a few more people in America challenge us this evening? How many's been on 30?
The outsiders being the people's
Great
choice.
line.
We know we're the reason that everybody in Las Vegas is here. We're the reason that everybody's watching at home. We're fighting champions. You two Einsteiners want a shot at our gold? You got it. Gentlemen, I've got a pen if you'd like to sign. Let's make this thing official. This is something the entire wrestling world has been waiting for. Go right ahead. I don't know, you may want to have a lawyer.
You want to read it first?
I love you, Larry.
All these guys make money these days.
They've deserved this for a long, long time.
That's what we're talking about.
Sign a contract with a Sharpie.
Next time we see you guys, it'll be in a ring for a title shot. Well, then make sure you close your eyes in the back, because we might pass you somewhere back there today.
Mind if I take a look?
You're excused. You're excused.
Well, they've signed a document that makes it official. First opportunity, of course, the signers to get a shot at you.
Kev, I told you, those two Einsteiners, they've never been the same since that traffic accident. Hey, Gene, you want to take a look at this contract?
Yes, it says at a date to be announced.
These two brain surgeons,
Oh, my
they have signed for a day.
You gotta be kidding me.
But before you get to the wolf pack, you got to go through Masahiro Chono,
And the Great Muda.
the Great Muda.
What kind of a scam is this? They came out of the shot at the titles.
Hey, just because we're big doesn't mean we're not intelligent. Hey, the NWO will continue to do what we always do, and that's just be two.
Wow. All right. So, as funny as that was,
Yeah.
that makes the Steiners look silly.
Yeah, but
Like, there's, I mean, They're the baby faces.
I think yes and no, because I think it's like they know they're going to sign the contract. They're going to try to fuck them over, but it's like we already knew you were going to fuck us over. We just want a title shot. Fine, we'll beat the Japanese asses and we beat your asses, and boom.
I don't know.
But I'm with you too. I thought they both kind of anyway.
It made them look silly. Like, and then Zbyszko like foreshadowing that, like, oh, aren't you gonna look at it? Like, you already could kind of tell something was up, like when they made that reveal. But the innovator of the selfie, Sonny Ono, with Psychosis making his way to the ring. We are currently tracked at 46 minutes and 37 seconds and counting. And it looks like Psychosis is going to be in action here. But yeah, there's been a lot on this Nitro, a ton.
Yeah,
and we're about halfway through here.
Always been a fan of Psychosis.
I thought he has had some good matches.
Yeah.
On Nitro. I wouldn't say I have a favorite match. Did you see that woman in the front row with the red shorts?
Yeah, what's going on
the
with
ring
her?
girl? She is awfully tall.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the heels or if she is just one really tall woman.
What is she doing though?
She like towers over like Sonny Ono. Sometimes they used to have like ring girls that would take like the guy's gear and bring it to the back, stuff like that. It was like unofficially official. Yeah, she's really tall. She's walking back there. But anyhow,
yeah. And who's this guy who's wrestling? Chulu or
Super Kalo?
Thank you.
Yeah.
They didn't show anyway.
He
Oh, of course, yeah. Now it says right on his shirt.
Yeah, Super Kalo. But anyhow, I mean, I don't have if there's one match from Psychosis that I could say that I enjoy, was probably the match from Bash at the Beach 1996. He opened up against Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite matches, cruiserweight matches of this era of WCW. Which, by the way, that was the pilot show for Kicking Out at 2. You could find in the archives the inaugural show. It goes 3 hours. Did a watch along by myself. I'll never do that again for 3
that
hours.
Went tough.
Oh, man. that was brutal. I've said it before. Oh, look at this.
Look at Sonny Ono.
Sonny Ono just waylaying him. Jesus. Where's the referee for that? Probably distracted.
You know what we missed? We could have had a Eric Bischoff versus Sonny Ono match.
Eric Bischoff is Sonny Ono, yeah. That would have been interesting. Both friends in real life.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. In fact, Bischoff got Sonny Ono into WCW. Sonny Ono had a background in like sales and marketing, and he used to work with Bischoff. Before their days in wrestling, and then eventually he came into WCW.
I thought he was a hit. I thought that was a good choice there.
And then I thought he had a good character too. I liked the little, evil Japanese businessman.
Yeah.
I thought it was fitting when they paired him up with like the luchadors, like Ultimo Dragon and Psychosis. Like, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but I was like at that age where my wrestling mind was conditioned. Like, well, why isn't he with a Japanese guy?
Yeah.
What
What they did with the girls?
They did with the girls. Yep,
Yeah.
we talked about it in the last episode
Yeah.
with the Kiro Hokuto, and I think he managed Bull Nakano at some point too.
I'm very sure you're right about that.
Oh, look at that!
Nice bump.
Nice bump there, yeah, by Psychosis. But I think if I'm not mistaken, Sonny Ono, Bischoff still talks about their friendship on 1, 2. That was a fucking botchy finish there.
Yeah.
Shouldn't Sonny have held his foot?
And don't do that to kind of finish for a lucha match.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I gotta say,
I must say.
Star.
Oh, what an elbow!
That was an elbow.
Damn.
The chairman. Here we go.
Oh, La Parca's gonna.
I love La Parca. God rest his soul.
I know. It's funny how it is.
You ever see that bump? Anyway.
Oh.
That was the gimmick chair.
I love how he was the only one that had a wooden chair. Everyone else, when they used a steel chair, it was a steel chair, but he had a wooden chair. Oh, we got Hoovy. Looks like we're going to have a little luchador showdown here. Is he coming to save Super Kalo? Oh, looks like... What are you doing? Oh, tilt-a-whirl?
There we go. Oh. Wasn't he already in a... Anyway, I hate when people lose a match and they come out later and they kick some ass. I think...
Why couldn't you do that in the other match?
Yeah. No, not even that. I always think, like, if you lose a match, you're done for the show because you should be selling your injuries and stuff. And
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes. You lose the match at 10 minutes later. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. What we got coming out now? We got it's the opening pyro for the second hour of Nitro with the red carpet. Jesus, did you see the flame? Look at the carpet's on fire.
Yep. This is the second week in a row there was a fireworks spot.
But they did it during the match.
Yeah, that's
the
what I mean.
last
Yeah.
one, and then this one here they burned the red carpet, which probably mean, look at it. Chuck Zito in the front row, former Hell's Angel.
So it can't be Flair, so it's probably Piper making fun of Flair.
Or maybe it's
that's my prediction.
Maybe it's Deborah McMichael.
Good point. Yeah,
the NW or the Four Horsemen, Steve McMichael, and it's Buff. It looks like we're gonna have ourselves.
Oh yeah, that's fun to get the big hole.
Jeez, they torched that carpet.
So why is there a red carpet though right now?
I imagine it's probably somebody with a valet
right.
that's got heels on, because you see the steel grates on that ramp. The women could. Has he got a fucking sword?
Yeah. Who is that guy anyway?
That's Masahiro Chono.
Okay.
He's got a fucking sword. Jesus. Well, I mean, nowadays, Drew McIntyre, he comes out on SmackDown with a sword. But
he's still doing that?
Yeah, I hate that too. I don't like that either.
I guess the rumor has it that Vince always had that sword on his back wall. And said, just fucking take it for your gimmick.
Yeah. I think it's Vince's personal sword. I don't know why Vince had a sword, but here we go.
You
6-man tag. Flair, Benoit, and Mongo against the Horsemen. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because for a while, during this era of WCW, Flair was kind of separated from the Horsemen. He did that stuff with Piper, and he was facing off against the NWO. And the Horsemen kind of had their own issues, but it looks like they're back together as a unit here in a 6-man tag. I forgot about this. Did not know that this is a thing.
I think I brought this up already, but
You can bring it up again.
I don't get the Deborah thing. I really don't.
With Mongo?
And with everybody. Deborah went like half the roster. I don't find her attractive at all. And you can think I'm full of shit. She can sit down right next to me at a bar. I'm talking 97 Deborah.
97 Deborah?
Sits right next to me at a bar and be like, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, I ain't.
I think Deborah was probably the first older woman that kind of gave me my MILF complex.
Really? I just don't get it. I really don't.
Her,
I really don't.
Her and Terry, Marlena.
Terry, I get a little bit more, but even Terry didn't really do it for me. I don't know. My girls were Kimberly, Stacy.
She was hot.
I don't know.
Keebler was hot. Keebler would come after this era.
This is gross what I'm about to say, but it's kind of whatever. If I was gonna trade in my wife for somebody, it would be for Stacy Keebler, not Deborah.
Well, I wouldn't trade in my wife, but
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that's what that's what these. Anyway,
we talked about
Stone Cold lost half his fortune to Deborah. I'm sorry, that's not Deborah.
I'm sure he's doing fine for himself.
Okay,
and I'm sure if he was a smart guy, he probably had a prenup put in place before he married.
I don't think he did. I think he literally lost half his shit. But anyway,
I don't know.
Buff the Stuff, always been a fan.
Yeah, he's on the comeback trail.
Not
wrestling wise, but I mean he's
like doing like podcasts and shit.
No, he's living with DDP. He's a part of that whole accountability crew.
Oh.
He's trying to get his life back together.
What kind of?
He's trying to be in better shape health wise. Okay. He had I believe he had a substance abuse issue, and he was part of DDP took him in.
Yeah. Poor.
But he's had a negative rep for a number of years, Buff, following his very, very short run in WWF after the
one match, right?
One or two, I think.
Okay.
He had the one match with Booker T. That
people
abomination.
Thought look, it wasn't fucking Steamboat Flair, but people really shit on that match. I don't get why. I really don't. Did you think it was that bad?
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Where it's like, this guy has no reason to be in the ring type of shit. Other than Vince saw this and be like, this guy has no reason to be in the ring.
I'll have to watch it, but I just don't remember it being very good.
Yeah. It should have been what hurt it really bad. It was the main event. If it was like a mid-card match, I think it would have survived it.
That and the fact that I hate to say it, but excuse me. You know, that was your first representation of WCW on WWF programming as a part of the Invasion.
Yeah.
You know, and then, like you said, you put that in the main event. If it was mid-card, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal. I wouldn't say that it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but I think, I don't know. I don't know. The Invasion was what it was. It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And you started off like that with Booker T and Buff. It didn't. It wasn't the glory days of WCW. Let's just put it that way. I still remembered, you know, Booker T winning the WCW title after the work shoot with Jarrett and Hogan and Buff Bagwell's mother, Judy Bagwell, on a forklift. You know. Like, it wasn't, you know, the NWO and WCW.
Yeah.
Those were the glory days of WCW, and that was the first representation.
Who would you say was, like, the biggest star for, like, the Invasion? DDP? That's the thing. They didn't have any of the stars.
They didn't have any. You're right.
Yeah.
They didn't. That's why they had to put Austin in the mix. So we got Virgil here making a run in.
Yay!
Oh. I just found out recently that Virgil had some health issues. He suffered a stroke.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And he called out Ted DiBiase on social media for not checking on him. And
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
What?
I've heard Virgil's burned a fair amount of bridges
Yeah.
over the years in wrestling. As we see the Horsemen staying tall, looks like this match is over. Referee called for the bell. We got a disqualification. Nick Patrick signaled for the bell. And it looks like we are going to commercial. And we will come back from the commercial break with a raucous crowd.
It looks like a definitely sellout.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yep.
100% sellout there. WCW was filling the buildings. And we got a video package for Kevin Sullivan and Benoit. Let's take a listen.
Benoit, you'll never be the man I once was, and you'll never be the man I am today. And I don't want any excuses. I want you at full strength. You will go into a battle unprepared.
The career match. Bash at the Beach. Benoit and Sullivan.
Ooh. Who's this going to be, you think? Cannon?
Mortis?
Yeah, Morris, yeah.
Maybe. Probably.
I always love...
Yeah, we talked about
That's
it.
what I love about gimmick wrestlers. They get entrances like this, and I don't know.
Big dark flashy
Yeah.
lights there.
I'm going, with Mortis, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it on the last episode where, you know, capitalizing on the Mortal Kombat theme, and you were a big fan.
That's Adam Bomb on the left.
That
there,
is
right?
Adam
Yeah.
Bomb, yes. And Mortis would eventually become Canyon. You have
And who's that guy in the back? I always liked him.
James Vandenberg.
Yeah, what does he call himself now, though?
Father Jim Mitchell.
Yeah, thank you.
He was Abyss's manager in
Yeah.
TNA. He did some stuff
I liked him.
with ECW with Mikey Whipwreck and Tajiri. I thought he was a good talker.
Yeah.
I thought he added to the Abyss presentation, even though Abyss looked like a poor man's version of Mankind.
Yeah, sadly, you're right.
Yeah. There was, I mean,
Because
It was-
you could argue he's in my Mount Rushmore of big man.
In
That
terms
for
of his
working
ability, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about full package, no.
Yeah.
But I'm just for like, oh my god, it would have been my wrestling wet dream to see him in the Undertaker Mania. But
it almost happened.
yeah, I know.
You heard that story before,
I
right?
did a million times.
Yeah.
Yep. From him, from the Abyss.
From Dreamer.
Yeah.
Dreamer was working in WWE, and he said they want you, and they want you to do something with Undertaker.
At Mania.
WrestleMania.
How do you say no to that? What the fuck was he thinking?
I think I've heard stories.
That must keep him up at night. It has to.
I've heard stories that he's very insecure and anxious and suffers from anxiety to the
Okay.
point where like he was very like overly critical of himself.
Like,
and
no
his
offense.
work.
Have you ever seen him without the mask?
Yeah.
It's a mess. I hate to say it.
He works behind the scenes for WWE.
And by miracles of miracles, Abyss, if you already listened to this podcast, I fucking love you.
Yeah.
But, like...
I actually hung out with him
Yeah?
years ago. TNA did a house show. Or they were scheduled to do a house show in Connecticut at the Oakdale Theater. And somehow there was a issue with the fire codes with the building, and the show got shut down before it even happened. And the big conspiracy was that WWE shut it down because TNA was coming into their turf. So I had a friend of mine who was with some of the TNA wrestlers. It was Abyss, Petey Williams, Chris Harris, and James Storm. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have another.
You can't do back-to-back matches or run-ins.
That was the thing with WCW at this time. Even though the storylines were pretty good and there was some really good stuff, the finishes were not the best. And there was at least a fair amount of run-ins on every show.
And so this match lasts literally 30 seconds.
That's fine
run-ins.
with me. I didn't really care.
Yeah. I'm okay with it too. But, like, why? I just don't get it. I'm okay with one running in a show.
They didn't. It sounds like they didn't have someone that really knew how to construct finishes for their matches.
No kidding.
I mean, this felt like they just shoved these guys on TV just to get them on TV when they probably could have dedicated more time to someone else.
Yeah.
Or to you could have gotten a few more minutes out of Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko, like you mentioned earlier, as opposed to this nonsense. This Mortal Kombat shit that, like I said, I wasn't a fan of.
I loved Mortal Kombat and I love gimmick wrestling and all that other stuff, but that I just don't get 2 run-ins in a row.
Yeah,
2 runs in one show is too much.
Yeah.
I don't see what they're gonna do next.
I don't know. It looks like they're getting them out of the ring. I don't know if this was a. It seems very.
It was such a great show until like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it seemed very unorganized right
Yeah.
now. Like they probably just told them like, all right, you guys got like a minute and a half before we go to commercial, so we got a limousine here. Looks like they're hyping up the Impact player that's supposed to be debuting for WCW, Curt Henning, wink wink, nudge nudge. What do we got here? Who's coming out?
Did they do the reveal already?
I don't think they do the reveal. I think they tease it. Then the camera comes and then the door shuts. I remember this being a big deal back then. I was like, who is it?
Yeah.
I think there were even some names that weren't even on the roster that were like RVD, I think was one that was kind of rumored because he had that falling out with ECW.
How amazing would that have been if RVD would have walked out?
That'd have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
That'd have been kind of cool. I'll say that.
Then you got an RVD Raven in WCW. How cool would that have been?
Yeah, I don't think we ever got to see that, did we?
No.
Oh my God. Bash at the beach.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking for Easter eggs with the girls, but I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, I don't think there was anybody there.
No.
Commercial here. Bash at the beach commercial. Hogan and Rodman against Lex Luthor and the Giant, as Dennis Rodman would say. One of the biggest moments in wrestling, in my opinion, was when or at least in WCW, was Rodman's involvement. I mean, he was such a fucking lightning rod for controversy that he was.
Didn't one time I may be wrong. I was so stoned when I watched The Last Dance. I enjoyed it, but I was smoking weed through all the episodes. But didn't he mention he did a hiatus from the Bulls? Said I'm going on a little vacation.
Yeah,
and like left for 10 days.
Yeah,
but then at 10 days, didn't he go on WCW?
Yeah, he skipped practice
to go to WCW, right?
Yeah, that was in '98. This is '97 we're watching, but in '98 it was during the playoffs, and he told Phil Jackson, "I need a break," and he said, "I just need to take a couple of days to myself." And Phil Jackson was kind of back and forth about it, and I guess he went to Michael Jordan and said, what should I do? And Jordan told him, you let him go. He's not coming back. I'm telling you, it's not a good idea. Don't let him go. And Phil Jackson said, went against Jordan's request and said, okay, I will, I will let him. Oh, there it is. There's Raven. He told Rodman, you could take 48 hours. Well, 48 hours came and went. Rodman showed up on Nitro and hit DDP with a chair to set up the match with DDP and Malone against Hogan and Rodman, and then he disappeared and he was in Vegas. And the story was that Jordan, once the 48 hours came and went and Rodman never showed up, Jordan and Phil Jackson got on a plane and went to Vegas and brought Rodman back. And they took a private jet. They flew to Vegas. They got Rodman back. And Rodman practiced that day hungover and after like 3 days of drinking nonstop without even going to sleep. Just nonstop partying. He went to practice that day. And Jordan said that the whole gym smelled like booze because Rodman was sweating it all out.
Oh, that's so gross.
Double J.
Double J.
Double J, Jeff Jarrett. That's J-E-double-F.
Yeah.
Currently the senior vice president of live events for WWE. He works in the office. He helps book the house shows.
Okay. I didn't know they were doing house shows.
They are. They're not. They're running. Oh, hey now. They're running.
Right?
Yeah, and that was the thing about WCW back then. That audience, that 18 to 49, they had some like college girls, like hot. Like there was a fair amount of women in the audience that watched wrestling. A lot of them went with their boyfriends, but some of them actually were into it. They're booking house shows currently. They don't run like a Raw tour and a SmackDown tour. They kind of do super shows and they mix the rosters. So they run 2 tours, a week, and then they mix like the best of each group and into the tours. With the exception of certain guys like a Randy Orton or a Roman Reigns. Yeah. Those guys don't work as much on the house shows.
I was doing like Madison Square Garden or
whatever. They'll work the big ones, the Garden, LA.
Yeah, but they're not gonna work like Blue Meadows or whatever.
Yeah, or the Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom. Like they're not working the Cape Cod Convention Center,
I blew my mind one time that 10 in Hyannisport. I was staying in Hyannis for a week, and they actually did SmackDown there once. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so it was funny because in the summertime, WWE used to do they used to call them tent shows. They used to do like Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom, Cape Cod. I think they even did like a festival in like Maine or something. And Daryl and I actually went and saw them in Hampton Beach, the Casino Ballroom. The house show was it was awful. It was like the main event was like Kofi Kingston, Matt Hardy against like Carlito and like Cody Rhodes or something.
All right,
it was like the B squad of the B squad. Like it was.
How much was the ticket? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay,
I don't remember. But Daryl and I went because we were in Hampton Beach that week, and so we went to the show. It was fun, It was a small little like venue, like it looked like a high school gym, the ballroom itself.
Yeah. But that's funny. You could say if he ever does win a championship and he comes back from his injury, you can see him live. You can be like, "Yep, saw him in the Bingo Hall now.
Yeah.
Saw him in an arena."
Oh yeah, saw him at the Hampton Beach Casino and Ballroom. Saw him at WrestleMania. Yeah, that's wild. Conan Double J.
Yep.
This was before I think Conan was in the NWO. I think he was this is like the in-between phase between Dungeon of Doom and NWO. And then Jeff Jarrett, this was 4 Horsemen right here.
That Conan's work, his best work in my opinion, of course, was Wolfpack. Do you think that's now I'm just really, really reaching for Hall of Fame stuff. Is there any chance he gets in for that stuff? I think he was MVP of that group. I really do.
He did great work in the Wolfpack. He helped make it cool. Okay, like I said on the last show, the Wolfpack was kind of like WCW's answer to DX.
Yeah,
and he really made that group like a cool rebel type of gang, or a stable of sorts. But yeah, I think he gets Hall of Fame, and here's why. The stuff he did in Mexico. Conan was the Hulk Hogan of Mexico.
That's true.
He was on television shows and soap operas. He's a huge star in Mexico. huge. To this day, he helps book AAA, and he might make a one-off or an appearance, not wrestling-wise, but just they might advertise him for the shows, like to make an appearance, and he's still a draw. He helped bring Lucha Libre to, we got a 4 Horsemen appearance. I think this is, honestly, now that I'm watching this, I think this is the night they kick Jeff Jarrett out of the Horsemen. We'll play. I think they cut a promo after this. We'll play it, but the spit in his face. Yeah, that wouldn't be allowed in 2022 with COVID and everything. But
one of my favorite. I'm sorry to cut you off, but one of my favorite hidden gem matches, like Conan and Ric Flair. But anyway,
Conan helped bring Lucha Libre to the United States, both in ECW and in WCW.
Okay.
He was instrumental in Rey Mysterio and Hoovy and Psychosis in ECW, and then he took all those guys and brought them over to WCW. When Bischoff was launching Nitro, as we see the finish here, Flair helping Jeff Jarrett defeat Conan here, and it looks like we're going to have ourselves a little post-match celebration / kicking out of the Horsemen group here.
Is he the U.S. champion right now?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, he was. He was the United States champion. I believe he beat Eddie Guerrero for that, or Dean Malenko. I forget who else. But all right, let's take a listen here. We are currently at 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 32 seconds and counting. So they show the replay here.
Blindside Conan hits him in the back of that knee. Getting ready for the figure 4. Conan tried to turn it, but he just couldn't hold it. Too much damage done to that knee. Jarrett hooks hands with Flair for the extra leverage. And there's your winner, the United States champion, Jeff Jarrett.
Let's go to Dean Oculus.
All right, thank you very much, Tony. Jeff Jarrett, excuse me, your moment of glory, basking in glory, if you will, here tonight in Las Vegas.
Keith Lee.
I see you had your support group with you, the 4 Horsemen together again.
No, they were never apart. Because like I said on Saturday night, the only thing that came between me and the other Horsemen was a little tinge of professional jealousy. Because Arn Anderson, Mongo, and Benoit have one thing in common. I beat them all. But this man, the Nature Boy, the only true icon in WCW. 13-time World Heavyweight Champion. Now me and Rick have always seen eye to eye. He knows that I can style and profile, walk the walk and talk the talk, but that man right there invented it. And I guarantee you one thing, I'm a Horseman because Rick says so.
I'll tell you what, you've got a big fan, Ric Flair, in Jeff Jarrett.
Mean Gene. Woo! They saying that sometimes familiarity breeds contempt is taking place right now. Jeff Jarrett, you're a fine athlete. You're a great young man. You're a player. But as of right now, you are no longer a Horseman.
Oh my.
Look at Jarrett.
I understand that. Wait a minute. Rick, you've never been able to tell me what I can and can't be.
What I'm telling you, and if you don't believe me, ask the crippler. If you don't believe him, ask the big man, is tell your story walking, Alan Jackson. You're out. Final. And if you ever had a chance to be able to only because the queen liked the way you look momentarily.
Thank you, Rick. Now, how can I put this in a nice way since I am the queen? Jeff, you are as welcome in the 4 Horsemen about like a skunk at a lawn party. And in other words, you stink.
You hear that?
Oh my God.
All this is right here. Rick is just like these two boys. Just a little tinge on a lot of professional jealousy. Now, Rick, I'm going to make one promise to you. You've never been able to tell me what I can and can't do. But you just loaded the gun. You just put the pistol to your head. I'm going to be the one to pull the trigger. I am going that finally put you out to pasture where you belong.
Well, apparently, the apostrophe at the end of that exclamation.
Don't overstay your welcome, Jarrett. Move while you can.
Thank you very much. Apparently, Jeff Jarrett has been relieved of any and all. Is that true, Chris?
Jarrett tried and tried and tried to conform. What he didn't realize is that the Horsemen are about non-conformity, because we are non-conformists. You had the opportunity, Jarrett, and you shagged it all up.
Here's what I don't like about this.
Yep.
Flair does the big reveal. You're no longer a Horseman.
Yep.
That should have been the end of it.
Should have been a beatdown.
Or they should have, beat him down at the end.
Yep.
Instead, they let Jarrett, it was like Jarrett had to get the last word in. Like, Jarrett should have sold it like he's pissed that he got kicked out of the group. Instead, he just walked out. Like, save the line about being the one to pull the trigger next week. You know? You don't have to get that all in there. I just thought that was...
It was really weird.
I thought, yeah. Oh,
one of my favorite moments. Here we go.
There you go. The lawn dart.
Whee!
Boom.
My mind was blown when that first happened.
Classic Nitro spot there.
Yep.
Looks like they're building up here with this Kevin Nash Rey Mysterio thing, and it might happen actually on this.
All right.
On this night. So Nash gonna wrestle twice?
No.
Because they announced Hall, Nash, and Savage against DDP, Giant, and Luger as the main event. So Nash is going to wrestle
maybe.
Mysterio and then have a match with the other. It looks like it. Okay, interesting. And this wouldn't be the first time these two... Well, this, I think, is the first time.
That's a nice portrait.
That is a nice little airbrush deal there. I like that. They did the Giant Killer thing a couple years later. You remember when Mysterio lost his mask and you remember that?
Yeah, but I was thinking you were talking about the time when Nash dropped the Giant on his fucking head.
That was, yeah.
Oh, what the fuck was he thinking? But anyway, yeah, I do remember that, the Giant Killer,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and whoever I thought Mysterio losing the match was smart was fucking stupid.
Yeah, that wasn't... I heard he fought that to the end. I heard he fought that one to the very end with Bischoff.
I think I would have walked out if I was Mysterio.
And then... When he came back, when he went to WWE,
I think he came right back on.
Yeah, they told him that they wanted him to wear the mask, and he had no problem with it. The thing was that the traditions in Mexico, where if you lost the mask, you didn't put it back on.
So he changed his gimmick to Junior, right?
Yeah, well, they just dropped the Junior moniker.
Okay.
When he went to WWE. There wasn't, they didn't acknowledge him as Junior.
Oh, boy.
Oh, look what we got here.
Oh!
Nice.
That had to hurt in real life. That had to hurt. Unless he's wearing a cup, that had to hurt. That was... I love Nash, I do. You know what's funny, though? I didn't like Nash in Impact. I didn't like Nash. At least I didn't like him that much in WWE. But I love WCW Nash. Love him.
Yeah. I mean, I liked Diesel, and I didn't have any issues with Diesel. When he turned... When he turned heel towards the end of his WWE run... I think that's when we start to see more of the cooler Kevin Nash.
Yep. They're going to end it just like that?
Probably here. Oh,
I know Ray did beat him, but yeah, you said a year later.
I think, yeah, they did the Giant Killer thing like a year later. This was like a little TV angle. Boom!
Oh, nice.
He dropped him, as they say, like a bad habit. What's he going to put his foot on him?
Yep.
1, 2.
Looks like his foot is under the rope. Could be controversial. Could be.
Yeah, from this angle you can see. Yeah, his foot.
Looks like his big toe is over the rope.
Yep.
I mean under the rope.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go.
Another one.
Yeah.
Boom! Folded him up.
Oh!
Nails the referee. Old sling blade there, and up.
Did he just? There's another guy who lost the match. This is driving me nuts.
But this is how it starts. Him in the NWO, because he has a relationship with Ray behind the scenes. So this is how they introduced Conan into the NWO eventually. Let's play the audio for this.
Thankfully,
Someone needs to come in here and stop this.
enough already.
Conan's got the guts. He'll fight you.
That's right, he will. Pull the man out of the ring. Be the best thing for him to do. Just pull him out of the ring, take him back, so there'll be no more pain, no more punishment.
What's he saying? You gonna go through me now?
Little nod. Little nod on both ends there. Is he running away from Conan? What is he doing here?
It's almost like
He just slapped the referee's
I thought he was
ass.
going to grab the ref.
he's going to drag him to safety.
Oh, it's Tequila Sunrise?
Like it doesn't look like he's going to drag him to safety.
Oh, no.
He's gonna tear his leg out. That's what he's gonna do.
Conan, a little nod to Kevin Nash, yanking on the leg, and look, Mysterio is crying out his pain. Could have torn the knee, maybe broken the leg. We're not sure.
Does Conan have an association with the NWO?
Did I know it either? And this man was laying there helpless on that mat.
Poor Ray.
He broke his leg, I bet. He didn't break the whole hip.
This starts the introduction to Conan in the NWO. They don't fully like.
Was he ever black and white?
He was.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like the Wolf Pack was. They used to have like the little divisions in the group. Like there was Hall, Nash, and Six, and they kind of put Conan in that little foursome. They'd have him tagged with Bagwell, but he was. I liked him in the NWO. I thought he was a cool addition into the NWO. He made sense. But this is the start of getting him there by associating him with Ray at first, and then it's kind of a mystery. Like they speculate, oh well, is he in the NWO now because he just attacked Ray, etc. And then I think they reveal it like a couple of weeks later. I think not too long after this, he gets put in the group.
So I think it's a pretty obvious opinion question.
Yeah.
But do you have a favorite time when Rey Mysterio got a kayfabe injury?
Do I have a favorite time?
Yeah. And there's a million of them. That's what makes it so great.
I thought the stuff that spot he did with Big Show when he got tied
And that's
to the
exactly.
stretcher,
Oh my God, that's my favorite by
and
far.
Big Show swung here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You face first. Anyway.
I'm down with that. As we see Mike
Yep.
today with Raven. Let's take a listen to this.
Nations. Let's see if we can get some background. Let's see if we can find out why you're here tonight. Are you a spectator at the event this evening? Did you buy a ticket? What about Diamond Dallas Page and a mystery partner? Can you shed any light on that? Are you involved with Diamond Dallas Page? We know you have a history with him. Raven, there have been rumors that you've been negotiating with World Championship Wrestling. Well, I guess he's not going to shed any light on any contract talks. Let's go to the ring and Dave Penn for more Nitro.
That guy in the background was pretty funny. So, what kind of history did Raven and DDP have? I never heard about this history.
They
Is it kayfabe or is it real?
Both kayfabe
Okay.
and real. But I mean, when Raven was the Scotty Flamingo character in WCW, do you remember? It was like early 90s.
Oh yeah.
Him and DDP kind of tagged up. They were like a group. Like him.
It took me a second.
And Nash
yeah.
was a part of that too. Was Vinny Vegas?
Is that why he has that little thing?
I don't know. I don't know why he's got that wig on. I have no idea why.
Greg, it looks like Vinny Vegas there, doesn't he? Anyway.
Maybe. Well, this is our main event here. Hall, Nash, and Savage, accompanied by
Good for
the
Nash for
beautiful
doing
Miss Elizabeth.
back-to-back matches.
Man,
Even though it was a squash, obviously, but it was still... Yeah, Miss Elizabeth.
I am angry that she is still not alive.
I know, me too.
So,
fucking Lex Luger, piece of shit motherfucker.
Yeah, well, Luger.
I know, people saying it's not really his fault as much as we
It's
originally
not.
thought.
And he also
but,
owned up to the fact that
Yeah.
he was a bad influence on her. He's a different man.
You're right. She's a grown woman. I don't think he stuffed the drugs in her
Yeah,
mouth.
he didn't put a gun to her head and say, take these pills. You know?
Yeah.
But Luger owns up to it, the fact that
But was the pills? I thought it was the heavies. I thought it was like cocaine or like
no, it
heroin
was,
or something.
she took some pills and
Alcohol?
and vodka, and
Okay.
she was dead. But it's gonna be a wild main event here.
Yeah. It's going to be a short one, though.
Yeah. Well, how much time we got left on?
Can't be
this?
more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're under
Yeah.
we're under the 9-minute mark here. So we're almost there. We're almost there towards the end of this watch along. Hall Nash and Savage against DDP, the Giant, and Lex Luthor. The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Okay, let me ask the pen set. The Outsider. Limited edition. Nobody else has one. You want one? Get one now.
Get your Outsider pen set for only $15. Just call 1-800-NOO-0242.
That's right, the limited edition Outsider pen set.
First 10,000 people to get these will have, and after that, nobody will have any.
Get your limited edition wrestling pin now.
The preceding announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Such good shit, pal.
What's your prediction? If you bought that, didn't open it up, and you said, today I'm going to put it on eBay, how much money do you think you get for that thing?
You know, I don't know, because I collect the toys.
Yep.
It seems like cards are coming back. Speaking of Kimberly, you were talking about her earlier.
Woof.
Holy moly.
All right, if you only bang one, no, you're a married man, so I'm not.
No, you can ask me this question. Let's just say I'm
if you only bang one,
if
Kimberly,
I wasn't married.
If you weren't married,
Yep.
the beautiful Nikki wasn't in your wife.
Yep.
Life. Who you bang? Kimberly or Miss Elizabeth?
Oh my God, that is the toughest question because Kimberly was a smoke show.
Oh, look
too.
at her.
Yeah, she was a smoke show. She still is. I've seen pictures of her recently. She's still good looking.
Yeah.
She's like, I want to say like.
Did she ever have the kid?
Late
Is she a
50s?
mom? I hope she is. Did she
I don't
ever have
know.
a kid?
I don't know if she had
All
children.
right.
I know she had to remarry. Her
Yeah.
and DDP.
Yeah, that's what the big thing was. She wanted kids and he didn't, right?
I don't know if that was a part of it.
All right. I thought that's what it was.
I don't remember. You could be
Yeah,
right.
I thought that
I
was
don't
like the big
remember.
thing. Yeah.
I don't remember.
So that's why I said that. I hope she's a mom.
Gun to the head, man.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, let's play Fuck, Marry, Kill. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. Kimberly, Miss Elizabeth,
Yep.
Deborah.
Oh, you know me. I don't like that, bro. So.
You're going to kill her?
Oh yeah, that's throw in Stacey Keebler to make it hard for me.
All right, here we go. Kimberly, Miss Elizabeth, Stacey Keebler. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Let's go.
So, my opinion, Stacey's the hottest. The Elizabeth is the most famous. Fame in like stature, like my boss or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That shit turns me on. Power, a woman of power and fame like turns me on. So of course Liz has the most. I go with Kimberly because I think she's the most complete package.
Who are you going to marry? So,
I'm sorry.
Yes,
I
fuck,
didn't get the
marry,
question.
kill.
I
What are you
thought it was just who I'm gonna bang. Anyway,
fuck, marry,
okay,
kill.
okay. Fuck, marry, kill. Oh, fuck, it's definitely Stacey Keebler. Or Stacey, I'm fucking. Oh my god, and then yeah. I hate to say. Oh my
it's
god,
tough, right?
yeah. I hate to say because I'm killing someone who's actually dead, but then I revealed my answer. Yeah, I'm fucking Stacey. I'm marrying Kimmy, and I'm killing Liz. With a heavy heart, I'm killing Liz.
I'm killing Keebler.
Yep.
Okay, even though she's a beautiful woman, I'm
Yep.
killing her because somebody's got to go. I'm fucking Kimberly, and I'm married Miss Elizabeth.
These are all not. There's no wrong answer there.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer there. Yeah. Oh my god! Look at Kim.
Yeah.
Jeez.
She added to his presentation.
Oh, totally,
too.
totally.
She added to DDP's presentation. I thought it was a smart move to put her with
Yeah.
him.
She turned on him for an angle.
When they did that, when Russo and Bischoff were together, they had that New Blood group. They
that
had-
was terrible.
Yeah, she turned on him.
That was terrible.
That didn't last very long either, because I think like 2 months later she quit WCW because she had some issues with Scott Steiner. As we're off and running now.
Then she was in that movie, right? I remember seeing her in a movie.
I think she was in.
She had her tits.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
think
like,
it was 40-Year-Old Virgin.
yeah, you're right. 40-Year-Old Virgin. Yeah,
Like
blew my mind.
Speed dating thing.
Yeah, and that had to be what, early 2000s?
Something like that.
Yeah. She was a total smoke show.
We got chaos.
Yeah.
We got a good brawl here. And this, to me, like, for Nitro, this was a pay-per-view main event on paper. When you look at the six guys in that ring, that's a pay-per-view main event. You could main event the Great American Bash or a Slamboree with this match.
You got it right about that.
You know, look at the talent in that ring. Every single one of them, with the exception of Big Show and Luger, are all in the Hall of Fame.
This is not even a go home, right?
No, this isn't a go home Nitro.
Yeah,
either.
it's crazy.
This is like 2 weeks before the Bash at the Beach pay per view,
Okay.
and they have this match on free TV, And heading into this pay-per-view, it's already been advertised, Savage and Hall against DDP and a mystery partner. We don't know who that partner is. Luger and the Giant are going to face Rodman and Hogan. Nash isn't advertised to be on the card, but still, you have big implications for Bash at the Beach that are intertwined into this match.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about Nitro that I always liked was you knew the end. Like, we could say that the finishes to the matches sucked, okay? We could say that there was a botch here or too many run-ins or whatever, but the endings to Nitros were always like, oh, man, I can't wait till next week.
You're kind of right about that.
Like, they had cliffhanger endings. Like, the famous line from Tony Schiavone, fans, we're out of time, we gotta go, we'll see you next week, the tape machines are rolling. Like, that just made you hang on to the edge of your seat as a kid, like, oh, man, I can't wait till Nitro. Or if I didn't watch it, I'd have to watch the highlights on Saturday night. And then eventually Nitro used to replay. They used to air the replay after the airing, the original airing. So if Nitro aired from 8 to 10, they would air the replay at 11. And then eventually when they went to 3 hours, they just did a full replay after the original airing. So you had a chance to watch Nitro within a 6-hour period. It was wild. Just like this match here. There's no tags. Just a big old brawl here.
Yeah, I think even, obviously we're not listening to sound, but
we can play the audio if you want.
No, I'm saying did they actually ring a bell? But you could tell the way the rest mannerisms that he did.
Yeah. So they never really.
Yeah.
He's just there to just make sure that nobody's dead. Pretty much is what it is. Look, he's
doing counts.
Look what he's doing. He's counting for them to get out of the corner, but there's 4 other guys in the match.
Yeah, I would hate the ref a match like this. I would hate it.
I figure I'm guessing probably due to time constraints, they just said let's just go in there hot like this. The last 4 or 5 minutes, let's just go in there hot. Let's actually play the audio for this.
Look at this man, and he's loose. The Giant ahead of steam. Here we go.
Ooh.
We saw that one coming. We all saw it coming. At the feet of Kimberly, and here comes the world champion, Hogan. Hogan making his way to the ring to try to give this NWO group an advantage. This is classic Hogan. As you talked about earlier, Brain, let someone else do your dirty work, like what we're seeing, like I'm sure what we're going to see with Rodman coming up and Bash in the Beach, and they come in. Wait a minute, I think Page just got him with the diamond cutter. He did. I think he got Savage with the gun. And Luger, buddy.
No. That had to be the worst. Oh my God. He barely hit him.
Yeah.
That was the first man Hollywood attack. But DDP, one of the greatest fighters that we have seen over the last year, a man with so much determination, is still in the ring against 2 men. Well, he's never asked for help from anyone. He says he's got a mystery partner. I have no idea what that's all about or who it could be. But Page, he'll fight you day and night. Jello is out. As you can see, Scott Norton is out. How many times, gentlemen, have we seen the same thing play out on our television screen? Now they're going after the ring, Sonny. The end is exactly what they're doing, Greg. You're right. You're seeing them going after the injured ribs. We have seen members of WCW.
1 hour, 34 minutes, 30 seconds we're currently at right now. So we're watching the final moments of this Nitro with the audio on.
Even more now, as you can see, Buck Bagwell is out. There is no way, as great as these athletes are, that WCW can contend with this. We are just outnumbered. And the Macho Man, that time the big elbow hit the rib cage of DDP. That's exactly right, Tony. They are outnumbered. WCW right now is outnumbered, and we're letting them get away with it. And they have attempted now here, live on Nitro, to take Luger and the Giant down, which they've done, and now DDP helpless at the hands of the outsiders, and the Macho Man, Randy Savage, up, down again. And he's going right for those ribs. We have Sting.
That's not Sting.
Yeah.
He is up.
I thought it was a wig at first.
It is a wig.
Okay.
Here, and there is Sting.
I say there's no way someone would have that haircut.
Looking on. And there's Savage going after those ribs one more time. Sting standing up there, not moving at all. Another. Elbow. I mean, if you want his ribs.
Here's Sting.
Sting from the ceiling. We just saw Sting. We just saw Look at Hogan backpedal. Look at Hogan backpedal. He wants nothing to do with the Stinger.
Yeah, because you know what Sting is packing. And now, members of the NWO Sting has come down from the top of the MGM Grand.
And Sting single-handedly has run up.
Oh, Henning! My God, it's Curt Henning!
Could that be the Impact player? It's gotta be.
Could that be Dallas Page's mystery partner?
I don't know.
If there's any Impact player in the world, it's Curt Henning. Raven's over the steel guardrail. Raven is out as well. Fans, we are out of time. We gotta go. It's one on Nitro.
Yeah, they ended that good.
You got me.
All right. That was, see, good ending,
good.
right?
Yeah, great ending.
And you know what's disappointing? Looking back on it, a couple things. Okay, that ending I thought was really great, cliffhanger stuff. You know, like I gotta watch Nitro next week, see what's gonna happen. So, Curt Hennig was kind of alluded to as the Impact player of sorts. Okay, for WCW. DDP had a mystery partner. It would eventually come to be that Curt Hennig was DDP's mystery partner. They would announce it at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they didn't have Curt do something with the NWO to maybe reveal that he was the mystery partner. Did they want us to wait to order the pay-per-view to see who the mystery partner was? Did they want to keep us guessing with the Raven thing? And then Raven, jumping over the railing, gets involved. He's already in like a high-profile situation with the NWO, and then he backs off and he doesn't do anything with them. That to me was disappointing that like the way that was all set up, there wasn't any real fault. Why did Raven jump over the guardrail? Why did Raven confront the NWO? You know, was Raven there to help DDP?
Yeah.
Nothing really came of that. And then a few weeks later, Raven's wrestling Stevie Richards on TV. So the follow-up I thought was the shits, but ending, like I said, top notch.
Absolutely.
Definitely
Yeah.
a fun Nitro. I'm glad that you came over and we got to do this.
Yeah,
one.
totally.
Yeah. So that does it for us this week here on Kicking Out at 2 as we take another stroll down memory lane in the year 1997. I think the next time we're going to do this again, Dennis, we'll probably cover maybe a Raw's War from 97.
All right, cool.
Or maybe we'll do Bash at the Beach. I'm going to leave that one up to you.
All right, cool.
Dealer's choice. What do you want to do? You want to do a Monday Night Raw from 1997, or do you want to watch Bash at the Beach from 1997?
That would take it by ear, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
So you never know when we're going to drop a recording, but we will soon in the next few weeks, and you'll find out what we do when it comes to 1997. It's either Raw or Bash at the Beach. So with that being said, it's time to put the show officially down for the 3 count, and we'll see you all next time.